Okay, so today and probably for the rest of the week, you will be working on your final exam project. So you don't have a traditional final exam in here like you do in algebra. So in algebra, you actually have two parts of your final. For this class, and it's similar to what we did last semester, but it'll be different skills. You will be making a review game with a partner, and that is what we will do for like the rest of the semester is play those games, review the finals, and that will be for 10% of your overall grade. So, um, like I said, you'll be working in pairs over one of these topics. So all of these are from semester two. And you will be filling out a Google form for who you'd like to work with and what topic you'd like to cover. There's no guarantees though, either way. I will say you will not be working with the same person you worked with last semester, so don't even put them as your top three because then you'll just waste like a top three. You're not working with the same person you worked with last semester. No matter who it is, you will be getting the same grade. So even if they don't do anything at all, you will be getting the same grade. So I don't know what to tell you. If you guys want to divide the work, I would make it an odd number so that way you can't divide it evenly anyway. But if you guys want to divide it like, I don't know, 60-40%, if they decide not to do their part, then you will just lose out on that. Like in the real world, if you want something done right, sometimes you have to do it yourself. So if you want a certain grade, then you have to bug up and do it. It's really not that much to do all entirely one person. But working with other people is a skill, so that's what this will help you practice. So there's that. So yeah, there's always like something that happens toward the end of the year. There's always like someone who just stops showing up to school, or maybe they get suspended, or something to that effect. That's where I say like if you want a certain grade, you need to figure out exactly what you need to do to get that grade. You could pull up a final grade calculator. Miss Medina. Yes, no problem. Okay, listen. You could pull up a final grade calculator in Google. Stop talking. First one that pops up is usually good, but make sure when you're filling this out that you're doing it in relation to your math lab grade. So say you have an 85% in math lab, maybe you want an A. So let me actually put 89.45. That automatically rounds up to an A. The final project will be worth 10% of your overall grade. So to get an A, it looks like it's impossible if you're at an 85% right now. Because for this class, there's no way to get over 100% for the final. So probably either adjust your expectations or maybe do more of the everyday stuff that you've been needing to do so that you could get the grade you want. But I have had students that maybe they had an A. So like, let's give them a 95%. And they want to keep their A. The finals were 10%. So they see, okay, we only have to do 40% of the project to get the grade that we want. Assuming, of course, the other little things and assessments, because there's like a couple more for Unit 7 that we do around test time. Assuming those are good, that would be what they need to do. I have had a student who was mad at their partner, um, only turn in half of their work. So that way, they could keep the grade they want. So they did the calculator, figured out what they need to get to keep their grade. And then the partner got the same grade, but like it didn't help the partner very much. You know what I mean? So like they sabotage their partner without sabotaging themselves. You get to fill out your top three. I'll try to pick from the list, but everyone has to get a partner. So like just keep that in mind. Put your top three people you like to work with, top two topics you'd like to do it on, but there's no guarantees either way. Questions so far? Okay, so there are rules like you cannot plagiarize. Sometimes people copy, like they make a duplicate of a game that's already created. But if you do that, you have to change something about the problem. So like the numbers, if you change the numbers in the problem, that would change what the answer is. You can change the graph, which then of course, like if it's asking for, I don't know, the vertex, that would change what the answer is. So you cannot plagiarize. I can check. It's really easy to check. If you found it, I've probably already seen it before because I look up stuff all the time. So don't do that. You need to have at least 15 math related questions. Stop talking. 15 math related questions. Can be vocabulary based, can be like actual solving, but you need to have 15. I pick an odd number for a reason, so we can't divide it. Then you each need to have your own rough draft. So you have to write down all 15 questions and answers with the word shown, each of you. And then your final draft is the game itself. So if you're doing a Kahoot, it's the Kahoot link. If you're doing like, I don't know, something that's like on a poster board, then you need to bring the poster board. But we are playing your guys' games. I already scheduled the whole rest of the year. We will have time to play every question on every single one of your games. So make it like a good quality game. Make sure there's no mistakes. Make sure that it's playable. So when you are making your game, if it's like a digital thing, make it with your student account, make it public so that I can view it. Because you wouldn't want to get docked as we're actually playing it and realizing that there's all this wrong stuff on it. So yeah, that's going to be your 10% of the grade in this class. And we will start playing the games May 13th. So like the due date will actually be May 5th for the rough draft. The final draft is due May 6th. So that's actually Tuesday next week when your final draft is due. So here's some suggestions. You could Google some of them if you're not familiar with some of them. And today's to-do list, you need to do the first two things in its entirety in order to get phone privileges. So once you finish the second thing, then I will let you get your phone back. But the first thing is just filling out the Google form. Clicked in the slides today from Math Lab. The second thing is that coloring activity from earlier. So if you turn it in, I'll give it back to you, but you're going to also turn it in again by the end of the hour. Questions?